I wanted to welcome all of you guys to Bubba's Secret Garden. I may drop this in video 8, which I'm going to make tomorrow. And I make these YouTube videos promoting these products I use and also to raise money, prize money. And it's a lot of fun. I have a lot of fun. I really enjoy it. If you haven't seen any of the videos, you should watch them.
That should be a looker this fall.
Isn't that a honey? I'm thinking this might hit like 1,500 pounds. It could.
Should be a looker. That's gonna
So
be pretty.
this is a 1530 Gayweiler. And Chad Smith from Wisconsin, this is his seed line, and this is the plant, Chad.
What was that? How many days old is that?
35 days old, and I haven't taped it. I'm thinking it's about 600 pounds, I'm guessing. What do you think? Look about right?
Yep, you're right there.
Right about 6 bills.
What's the cross on that?
The cross, here we are, August 3rd. We're back to the tomato cage. Here's my tomato Felix. I named it Felix. It's Magic Tricks. Anyways, we're looking pretty good. We're at 21.5 inches in circumference now, which would give you an estimated weight of about, well, close to 4 pounds. This thing right now it's still green as a bean at 39 days old, and I'm keeping it shaded, completely shaded all day long, so I'm hoping it doesn't turn red till it hits at least 4 pounds. Who knows? Maybe it'll grow 5 more days if we get lucky. But if you remember, I had worked the Detroit Nutrients worm castings into the soil and to get all the microbes working good. And I also have been using the Voodoo Juice and the Sensi Bloom and the root mass expanders on these plants, and the tomatoes doing pretty good. This may be a new personal best for me, and it will be a new Michigan State record. I'll let you know on video 9, our next video, if it makes it or not. Cover it back up. Try to shade it without covering up the leaves so the leaves don't lose any sun. Alright, here we are at Pat Bo Wallace. Remember Pat Bo Wallace? Jackson Reed was slamming it with the foam noodle last video. Well, here you go, Pat Bo Wallace. DAP 40 today. DAP means days after pollination. So this pumpkin's 40 days old today. 902 pounds is the estimated weight. So she's trucking right along. Pat Bo Wallace. This is the that $400 seed we planted back early on, the 2009 Wallace. And I even got an email from Pat Wallace himself saying he liked the color and to keep her growing. Thanks, Pap. Thanks for the support. We're going to keep her going. Pap's from Rhode Island. Here we are at the True Green Squash. As some of you know, I started a squash earlier this year and it turned out to be a pumpkin. I had it grown way out 15 feet and it put out an orange pumpkin. So somebody got the wrong father involved and it wasn't a true green squash. So I've started over, and I do have 2 plants here, one on the right, one on the left here. But this plant here, these are the Kleins. These are the, was it 1358 Klein and the 1159 Klein. And they're looking nice. They're beautiful plants, nice and green. I've been giving them the advanced nutrients. I kind of give them the after runoffs of my fertilizing system over there for the kincaves. I come over here and dump the water around them, plus I run it through the drip tape. But we will have a squash this year. I'm going after the Master Growers Award, and I think I got a good shot at it this year with these big pumpkins. And I'm not doing too bad on the watermelons, and hey, that tomato ain't shabby. I think Phil and Jane and the Martins, they got a race this year. I'm in the race. Here we are at the long gourds. If you remember in the last video, I had mentioned that by the next video, the long gourd would be to the top of the trellis. Well, look at Mike. Right on the money, the vine is to the top of the trellis. All right. Now, I'll make another statement. In the next video, 2 weeks from now, that's going to be across the top, and we're going to have baby long gourds. I'll be pollinating baby long gourds in 2 weeks. So, here we are at the watermelons. This is the 260 Clements watermelon. Remember last time, I don't know, it wasn't that big, but me and Mike were just discussing it here. I haven't measured this watermelon, but it's a tall, beastie thing. I bet you this got to be 100 pounds. If it ain't 100, it's 90, 95. It's somewhere in there. But man, the plant's doing wonderful. Green, beautiful. I keep feeding it the advanced nutrients. They love it. Going good. We'll keep them growing. Here we are at Dolly 2, unveiling Dolly 2. Dolly 2 is 39 days old today, and this writing on here you probably can't read anyways. It's yesterday's measurements. Today, Dolly at day 39 is taping 872 pounds. They're all pretty much averaging the mid-30 range, and this is a nice pumpkin. Nice pumpkin. Dolly 2. Here we are at the 1530 Gayweiler. This was the seed that won the Worldwide GiantGrowers.com last year. This is the first place winner, and it is doing wonderful. Look at that pumpkin. This was from the 1770 Lieber, and Chad grew the 1530 last year. Anyways, we're talking here. I was talking to Mike about the stem. If you want to come up here, Mike, we'll show you the stem on this. I've noticed on a lot of my pumpkins, I've got the vines up and they're positioned up, but they're growing so much forward, I'm getting a bend in the vine. Now we could free up some roots and try to relieve some of this pressure, but I think I'm going to hold off because not only does the pumpkin grow forward, it's also growing up. So this may not get any worse. I'm going to watch it though like a hawk. I'm going to take a daily check on this. If this starts to kink at all, I will free up these back roots and relieve the pressure so this can push, the whole vine can go forward. Right now that root's preventing that right there. But I'm not going to do this at this point. I do not want to take away from my root system. So there you go. Meet Tiny Schwarzenegger with advanced nutrients will pump you up. Here's Tiny Schwarzenegger. In the last video, if you remember, she was taping, estimated at 454 pounds. That was 14 days ago. We are now taping out at 960 pounds. And that is a gain of about 506 pounds over 14 days. So 36 pounds a day, Tiny's trucking along. Beautiful pumpkin. It's amazing. And what we are last year, the 1317 Clements on this day was 400 pounds behind this pumpkin. And even Dolly last year, that was doing good up until about this point where we started to fizzle. Dolly was doing 22 pounds a day and was like 70 pounds smaller than this. So we're on target. We're on target. We're on pace. We're doing great. And I do attribute that to the advanced nutrients. I had made a statement in the last video about a nitrogen deficiency last year. Yes, there was one. That wasn't due to advanced nutrients. That was due to me. I was relying on my soil to give the plant what it needed. Well, if you think about it, these plants are sucking up massive amounts of nutrients out of the soil. And after a few weeks, you would be deleted. So here I am constantly, I'm daily feeding these things. I call it the trickle feed. Through the box, I just a few minutes ago dumped in 2 liters of Sensi Bloom into that box, about 300 gallons of water in there, and that'll be fed to these plants today along with some overdrive and carbo load. We ran through the drip tape with my chemical injector. But we got to keep feeding these plants. We got to make sure they're watered. I water them like twice a day. Typically a light watering in the morning, a light one in the evening, and we got to keep them trucking. The only other thing you want to watch out is your stump. Make sure your stump stays clean and dry. Keep your eye out for any funky looking stuff. I have found like you find an old blossom flower that fell off and starts decaying and it gets all white and funky looking. You want to get that stuff picked up. Don't leave it laying around. All right, don't be concerned about pulling every weed you see. Weeds aren't that detrimental. In fact, you can do more damage pulling weeds than just leaving them alone. They're not going to use up that much. As long as they don't get taller than the leaf canopy, they're not stealing sun from the plant, they're not doing any damage. That's my humble, honest opinion. One of the things that can slow us down would be a virus. If we contract some kind of virus, you can get it from the cucumber beetle, the mosaic virus, you can get a tobacco virus from tobacco. You smokers beware. Those can slow a plant down. Right now at this point, if we were to get that kind of virus, it could slow this thing down to 5 or 10 pounds a day. So God forbid that doesn't happen. A blossom end split, sometimes they grow so fast that the blossom end splits. That's not typical of the genetics I'm growing, so I doubt if that happens, it won't be more than one of them that might split. So we got our fingers crossed there. And then the weather. The only thing that's killing us this year a little bit, the weather's killing us, believe it or not. It was 55 degrees last night in Michigan. And the weatherman said it would be a low of 60. Well, that's at the airport. We're out here in the sticks. We're getting 55. Plants typically shut down at 55, so it'd be nicer to see 65 degree nights or even 60-degree nights. But a true 60 degrees, not 55. So hey, that shows you how superb these fertilizers are. And the root mass expanders, this root system's so big, these things are trucking along at 36 pound a day average in this roller coaster weather we're having. So another thing I wanted to mention is the hats and shirts. This hat right here, Moose Tooth, was given to me by Dale Marshall in Anchorage, Alaska. He gave it to me last winter at the awards ceremony in Orlando. Thank you very much, Dale. I love the hat. If you send me your hats and shirts, I will wear them in my videos. All your clubs out there, there's dozens and dozens of clubs. Mail me your hats, mail me your shirts. I'll wear them in the videos. I'll plug your club. That can only help your membership. Also, I wanted to mention that the Bubba Challenge. We have our Bubba Challenge contest. Dale Marshall is growing the 1317 Clements in Anchorage, Alaska. He's doing really well. He hasn't posted in a couple of weeks, but the last I knew it was going over 1,000 pounds. He's ahead of me because he's a couple weeks ahead of me in the growing cycle. So he should be weighing his in, I believe, the end of August. They weigh him in Alaska, about a month earlier than the rest of us. So anyhow, moving along. I don't want to get too long-winded here. Take care of your stumps. What else did I want to talk about, Mike? Am I forgetting something?
I think you got it this time.
I think we're good. I think we'll do the raffle in a few minutes. And thank everybody for coming, but we'll move along. Thanks. Hey, we decided to go ahead and take this 1530 Gayweiler and pull it back. I realized I taped it, and it's growing an average of 39 pounds a day for the last 6 days. On day 40, it weighed 470. It's now estimated at 706. So it's doing 39 pounds a day. So I'm going to pull it back and get that bend out of that vine. What we've done here is we've attached a come-along to the Bubba bus. All right? And now, if you follow that up, I'm going to walk up here, Mike, and there's a chain. Take the chain up here and the strap. We got a cargo strap around here. We've already got it taut, so we know that it's in place. I took some insulation framing pad here. I took that, wrapped it around the pumpkin, taped the cargo strap on. Here we are up here at the stem. It's just below the stem. Now Mike's going to start cranking the come-along. Start cranking her, Mike. And we're going to watch her. She's pulling her back. She's pulling her back. Oh yeah, look at her move. She's moving back. All right, she's screaming like a girl. Go ahead, bring her back some more. There you go. I don't hear nothing snapping. That is really awesome, man. We're getting the kink out. Okay, hold on a second. Let me decide how far we want to go. I guess you might as well, we come this far for us, we might as well keep going. Take her some more. You're moving her. All right, you know what? One more crank. There you go. All right, let's see. Now we've moved that thing. Look at the ground. Let me see here. Okay, let's see. Yeah, you can go a couple more cranks. We might as well. It's going to grow forward more. There, you know what? That's good. That's good. I don't think we should push our luck because this thing's going to grow up and forward. We just moved that thing back. I'm looking at the base. That's 3 or 4 inches right there. That's all of the width of a 2x4. 3.5 inches we moved that pumpkin. It's sitting on that sand on that delta, so it slid with ease. All right. No pumpkins were harmed in the making of this movement. Thank you, Mike. Say hi to the gang.
Big growing.
Hey, we got a lot going on here with these pumpkins reaching nearly 1,000 pounds and tomato new state record possibility. So we're going to just shift into the raffle here. Mama Bubba picked some numbers. She picked number 74 to win the free product out of the membership list this week, and that is Jason G. Feller from Berlin Center, Ohio. Jason, get a hold of me, and we'll talk about shipping you a liter of Advanced Nutrients, one of their products. You can have your choice. Also, now for sharing the links, sharing the video link for video number 6, or I'm sorry, that was 7, video 7, was Alan Laganus from Michigan. He shared the link, and he also will have his choice of product. Shoot me an email or a phone call, Alan, and you can pick out a free product. Congratulations. Don't forget, everybody, share the video, and you're entered in a raffle. and shoot me an email and tell me that you entered, you shared it, and you're entered. And remember, shh, keep it a secret, but go tell a friend. Bubba's Secret Garden.